Listen up. You need more money for retirement than you realize. Let's break down the numbers right now. Hi, guys. I'm Katie Mild. Welcome to this week's Money Minute. So, today we're going to talk about why you probably need more money for retirement than you think. A recent study by the Transamerica Center for Retirement Studies found that most adults, sadly, still are not thinking long term and they're not thinking the right numbers when it comes to their retirement. More specifically, each generation had very different ideas on how much they would need to retire successfully and comfortably. Boomers led the charge, stating that they needed, on average, $750,000 as a nest egg to retire comfortably. Gen Xers and Gen Zers followed up with $500,000 needed for retirement. Very sadly, millennials missed the mark on this one, citing a mere $300,000 was all they needed to retire comfortably and successfully. As a fellow millennial, come on, guys, I'm disappointed in that number. So, the unfortunate reality of the study is that while these numbers were cited as ideal, so the goal was $300,000, $500,000, $750,000, the reality is actually much darker. For example, boomers on average have a mere $200,000 in their savings right now, and they even said they needed $750,000, which still misses the mark. Many experts will say that when you're calculating a total nest egg and thinking about retirement, you want a nest egg savings that's approximately 75% of your pre-retirement income. So for simple math, if you make on average $100,000 a year right now, this means you should have a nest egg built up that can throw off $75,000 annually in your golden retirement years. In order to have enough to safely withdraw $75,000 a year, if we apply the basic 4% withdrawal rule, that means that your nest egg should actually be $1,875,000. A lot more than $750,000 and way a lot more than the sad $300,000 number that we saw. Now, ultimately, you have to ask yourself this question. What do you want in retirement? Advisors can throw out benchmarks, and benchmarks are a great place to start when you're getting organized. But what do you really want from those golden years? So perhaps you want to retire with an annual salary that's actually more than what you made during your working years. Maybe you want to ensure that you don't have to be reliant on any other sources of pensions or Social Security. So here are just a few steps I want you to really start thinking about if you have not yet identified your nest egg number. Step 1. Start really thinking through and charting your retirement goals and lifestyle. Where do you want to live? What is the cost of living in the area that you desire to live? What do you want to do and how do you want to spend your time? And how much do those activities cost? If you want to travel the world, how much do you think it will cost down the road? Just start to really price and get an idea of how you want to spend your time, where you want to spend it, and how much you think it will cost you. Step 2. Plan your nest egg number now. Start backing into it now so you can start to figure out how much you need to save annually before you retire, and then break that down even further into monthly goals now. There are a myriad of retirement calculators online to help you with this. Don't estimate. This is not a time to be throwing around random numbers. You have to get serious with the black and white numbers. I will leave in the sources link below a great calculator through Smart Asset. I highly, highly recommend it as a great starting point. And then step 3, go ahead and start researching the infamous 4% withdrawal rule. Now, this metric was created in the 1990s by financial advisor William Bengen, and it says, in general, retirees can safely withdraw 4% of their total portfolio in the first year and usually subsequent years of retirement. The idea is that when the nest egg is built, assuming a traditional market based on historical data, that amount will continue to increase, and the 4% rule hedges against things such as inflation in the future. Now, the 4% rule can sometimes be controversial, and you may want to approach it a different way, but at least starting there and having a benchmark to work towards will get you on the right path. So, your number may ultimately look different. Maybe you'll build a nest egg and decide you only want to withdraw 3% annually. Maybe it's going to make more than you expect and you can withdraw 5%. Whatever that number is, do your research around the 4% withdrawal rule as you're doing your nest egg calculations. This will give you a target to start working towards today. So find your nest egg number, then plan to increase it and get to work now. You all deserve an abundant and a dignified retirement, but you have to go earn it now. That's it for today. If you like the content that I'm putting out, please ring the bell to subscribe and tell me in the comments below, what's your nest egg number? Have you calculated it yet? What are you doing to work towards it today so you can have an incredible, abundant, and dignified retirement? Tell me in the comments below. And until next time, have a great weekend. Talk to you later.